Hey Plenty friends, welcome back to another new, it's cricket. Welcome back to another new Plenty video. Yeah, let me fix this if I can. Okay, does that look straight? This is the best I can do it, girl. So I have some plants. Actually, I was gonna show you everything, but I don't feel like taking off the camera again from the tripod because it's always a pain in the booty to set up the tripod. Y'all saw, like, I don't know why, but it bothers me when it's not like straight. And then even then, sometimes I edit the video and it's cricket, and I'm just like, why? So I miss you guys a lot. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Well, that's irrelevant. But like I don't know. Oh my god, not like okay. I'm trying to post every other day instead of every day, but then sometimes I just still can't pull through. And it's not that deep, you know. I try not to make things deep, but I'm very dramatic and then very expressive. And yeah, this is why I'm trying. I don't know. We can talk about it later on. I'm gonna try a lot. Well, I'm gonna try pretty hard not to talk about myself too much. I want to talk about the plants and all the, because we have a lot to repot. I've been pretty busy in propagating. I honestly do love propagating a lot of plants. It's like my therapy. I was gonna put my hair up, but I think this looks fine. I feel like if I put my hair up, I'll look more aggressive. And I don't want to do that, so I'm not trying to scare you guys off. The reason I like to put my hair up is because, like, oh my god, it irritates me when the hair touches my face for some reason. I'm not used to it at all. And I got a nice coffee. I made it pumpkin spice, everything nice. And I'm just gonna try to chill. Some good coffee, girl. I don't know, maybe I'm just looking at plants and it makes it taste even better, but here's the soil. I'm gonna be using that soil that they sent me a while back, the unboxing of the succulents, and yeah. I want to pull it because it's going to do a lot of, I'll do it. It's this one. And it's the next Gardener Professional Organic Potting Mix. It's great for succulents, cactus, and aloe plants. But I'm going to be using it for some pothos that I have as well, because I don't feel like doing my own potting mix right now. So I'm going to be using this. It looks really good, honestly. Like, look at that. It's very lightweight, which I love because, like, yeah, we're going to be moving. Like, I know. Let me do something before I talk too much. So first we're gonna be repotting up the succulents that they sent. I want to put it together like a cute little arrangement. That's usually how they sell them in the big box stores. Also sell it individual, but I think it's cuter when it's together. And I'm saying that they sell in the big box stores like that because it should be fine. I had a phase a while back, and I don't know. I like putting plants together when I can. Kind of reminds me of Plantarina because she does it a lot and it's kind of cute. And it comes out really, really nice as well. But I'm going to put a lot of these plants together, like the succulents, to make it easier to take care of them and to save some plants, because honestly I don't even have that many. I'm maximizing. I'm already using all of the planters that I had, and I did have more, but I did throw some away, and I give a lot of them away to my grandma, my mom, because I just had way too many, and now I guess I got rid of too many. That I'm left with a few, which honestly is perfectly fine because it's gonna force me to put things a lot more tighter, as close as I can, without stressing out the plant. Yeah. So let me go put this. The soil looks really, really nice. I have big nostrils. It like sucks everything up. Okay. Oh my god, what is that? It's only like in the closet. Alright, maybe something was falling off. Okay, anyways. So we're gonna be putting up this together. I like it when it does like little balls like this and you just like break it down. It's just so satisfying. Oh! Okay, we're gonna be putting this one. So this is called I'm not gonna try to, Adromistrus Coperi v Festivus. And if you want to see the exact names on these succulents, it is on that unboxing video that I did recently. But look, this plant looks pretty cool. So cool. Has a lot of like leaves falling out. I'm pretty sure it's a succulent, so you can actually propagate these. And I'm gonna save these little plastic planters because I do have some propagations that I did that I should probably put them in those plastic containers instead of terracotta, because terracotta dries out too fast. But look at this, it's pretty cool. It looks so weird, but I like that. Okay, I'm gonna put that right there. I was actually gonna go and do this by myself, like, I broke a leaf off again. It's okay, I can propagate it. I was gonna do this by myself and just have some me time, but I needed a video today. So I was like, it's okay. Out of all the videos that I like film, usually plant shopping videos, which I already did recently, so I can't do it again. Well, I can, but I don't want to. And repotting videos are my favorites to create because they're just more chill. Okay. Nothing special like on how I'm doing this. I'm just doing it as like what feels right. And then I'm gonna fill soil wherever I can. I know I do have one of those mats that you can like repot in and it captures the soil, but I like doing like this better because it falls back in here and I can just reuse it again compared to the mat. I have to either like scoop it up or like pour it. I'm not doing that, so I'm all about this, but whatever works for you. We have 3 more little babies. I didn't even show you that. My mother's calling me. Okay. I'll see you guys in a bit. It's always hard. Okay. I was on the... Oh, it looks a little bit brighter. Interesting. Maybe the lights got brighter. I can fit another succulent in here. Sorry. I've also seen they put tradescantia or spider plants in the succulent arrangements that they sell outside at Lowe's and the big box stores and stuff like that. I don't know if I should leave it empty. I'm gonna leave it empty. I don't want it to be too cramped, but I could have fit another little baby right there. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna place the leaf propagations, the leaf that fell off and that are pretty healthy on top. And we'll see if they root. If not, it's perfectly fine. Okay, the first one is done. Isn't that super duper cute? Super cute. I've seen some people putting like little fairy stuff in there, or like, or like rocks or whatever, which is also like adorbs. Okay, we did one. Yay! Coffee break. Okay, girl. Some good stuff. Alrighty, what are we gonna do next? We can do this one. So we have the Burgundy tradescantia, which looks stunning. Like, honestly. No, because like the regular one is like just purple. It's like this exact one, but it's purple. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna put my hair up. I cannot. It's getting me mad. I feel so dirty. Like, I don't like hair. And then there's like dirt in my nails, which is fine. Just don't want to touch my hair when that's on my nails. So my grandma my grandma's neighbor had it all over the side of her house, the purple version of that one. And it was beautiful. And they also flower. They had like little tiny purple flowers. But then it would have been so much prettier if she had the burgundy one, because I love burgundy plants, but I'm not doing it. See, this is why I put my hair down, and why my family doesn't let me get, what do you call it? My hair short, because I look weird with short hair. Even though I want to be bald so bad, I want to be having short hair, but they're not gonna let me because I have a big forehead. Then my receding line is literally crazy right now. Anyways, so I got this at Corpus a while back for $2.99, which is literally crazy. They were selling it as an outdoor plant, but I'm gonna treat it as a house plant. And when we do get a house, I would love to put this outside. But then I don't know, because I know these are pretty invasive. They get pretty crazy in here. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in this urban jungle planter. I have a lot of planters right now that I'm gonna be using them as planters, but they're used as cash pots, but not really, because so it's like these kind of planters that have like one little tiny hole in the bottom, but it has like something glued on in the very bottom. So water can escape, but it just lingers in there. makes watering a little bit difficult. Instead of just top watering, you gotta top water. Well, you can't really bottom water. Compared to as like when it has the hose fully exposed. And yeah, see, I'm gonna water it, and then I'm gonna let this sit there for a little bit, and then I'm gonna just pour out the excess water, because like a lot of times when you water it and just move your plants around or whatever, it makes a mess. So that's why. But I feel like they do stay moist a lot longer compared to the ones that are like the other ones, like the hose fully exposed. That, and then with terracotta, just dries out too fast, and we're not trying to do that right now. So we're gonna be using this, just let experiment. I mean, it's not really an experiment because I've seen people using stuff like this, but their plants look perfectly fine. So just gonna do it like this. I do have actually, we did a propagation. Well, it was propagations. They developed fully roots, and we ended up potting them up in a different root potting video. But like, look at this. It got even more bushier because I chopped it up, and I want to chop it up again, but I don't want to because I already have a lot of plants right now, and I'm not trying to have more. I mean, the reason I was propagating plants a while back is because like I was watching Plantarina, and like I don't know why, but her videos like motivate me to like propagate plants because she does it a lot. I was actually watching her old videos when she had her garage. I think she still has it, but it was such a vibe, like all the plants in the garage and like the grow lights, just such a pleasing view. And yeah, and propagating relaxes me. It's just very therapeutic. I don't know why. And then putting them in containers of water, or you can put them in sphagnum moss like I do, which I do it on plants that are kind of tricky, that I actually really do want to propagate. But I even took some cuttings of my Monstera Deliciosa and I placed it in water because they look so beautiful, like in vases in the kitchen or wherever you want to place it at. It's just gorgeous, and I'm enjoying it. But at some point they're gonna want to be repotted in soil, or they can just stay in water forever and ever, which I actually have done before, but it makes it even harder to transition it to soil because it has really fully developed water roots. So it'll be a bigger shock. And I'm actually debating on leaving the Monstera Deliciosa in water, rooting in there forever and ever and ever, which sounds kind of bad, but it's gonna do okay. I'm just gonna use it as more decor than anything. So, well, aren't all the plants like decor? Anyways, so here it is. I got soil in the little rings, girl. I got soil in the little rings. Like in these things, you got soil right there. But it's okay, when I water, it's gonna flush out. So this is how she looks. She looks so much better. But we're gonna see if she's gonna be happier. Cause like, alrighty, next up is going to be, oh my god, I'm kind of scared because we're getting more into the tricky stuff. We're gonna do the neon pothos. So same thing. The reason why I'm gonna repot it, it's doing perfectly fine in this terracotta pot. It's because this will look really, really good in a succulent arrangement, and I want to use this terracotta pot on succulents, and it's on neon pothos. Neon pothos tend to be really, really thirsty. So this is terracotta as well, which we're going to repot it on, but same thing. Like literally the only hole that's in here is a tiny little hole. Oh my god, I need to stop. It's a, yeah, and then it could clog, but it possibly won't. Water is always going to find a way out. And I'm just gonna repot it in this exact thing. Now, if I start seeing that it's getting root rot, which is really ever gonna happen, because one, I'm in underwater, and then number two, it's gonna stay here long. So I mean, yeah. So if it has root rot, then I'll repot it in a different planter when I have more planters. But right now, it's just gonna go in here, and it should do perfectly fine, to be honest. This is actually from a 4-inch Costa Farm planter that my boyfriend got me a while back when I was sick. Girl, I should have never done like that. There was a lot of what do you call it? Dust. I swear, this angle makes it sound like I have like a huge forehead. Like sometimes I like to put my hair up now because, like I said, I'm gonna get a haircut pretty soon. I wanna go bald so bad. I just like it because I just like it. But my family like doesn't think I look good when it's bald, so this is where I'm at. But my forehead is so big, I look like Megamind. I joke about it with my boyfriend. I'm like, oh my god, like a Megamind. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take this plenty out. We're actually gonna see the root system. Neon pothos do really, really good with me, and they're really thirsty plants. But they're pretty forgiving. What is that? Why is it moist? I just finished watering it, so not that much, but it has a really good, look at that, looks pretty good. It has some really good soil. We're just gonna shave off the sides. Ooh, oh, look at that. Okay, I want to make a mess, but I want to show you. You can kind of see where the roots are already extending. You can kind of see it's all little 4-inch planter. That is really, really cool. And I'm gonna use this soil. It's good soil, y'all. I don't see no ants, I don't see no bugs, no bugs, literally nothing. So we're just gonna add it right there. And put this one in here. I noticed that I have way too many neon pothos. Good thing I'm not propagating more of them because, like, oh my god. But I just love them. They're just so beautiful. They're really, really easy to take care of. As an underwaterer, they're very forgiving and they're pretty easy to fix. What happens when you're underwater, a lot of yellow leaves tend to happen, like it gets bald. Doesn't look that lush, but it's a really easy fix. You just chop the vines from the bottom and it will promote new growth on top. But make sure you give it like a good amount of light, right? To get all that nice energy from the top, and it will promote more growth on top as well. And fertilizing it, it's very important too, and making sure you're watering it and not making it go, you know, that's way it went like the way it did because underwatering. But you have neat plants, you can either make a whole new plant or you can put it back into the plant to make it even more fuller. That soil. Okay, some people tell me like I can just have like a mist bottle or something like that, and or just put water in the soil and it will like prevent that from happening, which I have done in past videos, but right now I'm just not really doing that. I'd rather like suffer a little bit. I'm so dramatic. Then do all that. I'm fine. Okay, I actually did a good job on this one and the other ones too. Because one of my biggest, baddest habits that I used to do when I used to repot plants, I would put them way too much to the top, and it makes it difficult to water because water would overspill, right? It will make a mess. But I'm not doing that anymore, so yeah, I'm being more cautious, basically. Have my coffee so far because I don't want to see nothing on the top. It looks pretty good right now. It's usually at the very end when I see like something lands there, so. It's helping my throat and it's making me happy. Oh my god. My lips are so dry. Okay, I'm actually excited because I did a Walmart order and I'm gonna be making enchiladas. I love making some enchiladas. I just love, yeah. Oh, so basically, okay, next up we're gonna be doing another succulent arrangements, and I'll show them to you on what I'm gonna put in the container. But if you want to see the exact name of the plants, you can go check out the video that I did because I edit the names in the video in there, and I don't have them memorized. So, but yeah, so I don't know if I have any mechanics watching the video, but some people tell me, here it is, Burgundy Bear Pot. I do know this one because it's beautiful and it's my favorite. And I hope I do not kill it. I'm gonna get mad if I kill it because I've never seen one this big. And it's so beautiful. It's kind of dirty, but look at those paws and it's variegated. You can usually find the non-variegated one at the big box stores, but if you get lucky, you can find the variegated one as well. They're so tiny, but it's just kind of big. I think I'm gonna kill it. Anyways, so every 3,000 to 4,000 miles, 3,000 to 5,000 miles, you're supposed to take your vehicle to get like, you know, the tire rotation and oil change and something else. That always needs to be done to, you know, keep your car maintained, right? So that's what I do. I have my Nissan Sentra 2019. I kind of paid too much for it, but it's okay, it's in payments. And I'm trying to be a really, really responsible person. And I was, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was peer pressured by a lot of family members, and I know I shouldn't. And it happens a lot when people buy houses, but for me, it happened to buy a car. And it's like, you know, it's my fault. I should have never let them get to my head, but I did. Cause like, they're like, you need a car, David, you need a car, David, you're already 23, you need a car. And I'm like, I don't need a car, I work at home. Everything is done online from paying bills. And if I need to go somewhere like an emergency, there's Uber, and it's not that expensive, like, you know, on rare occasion, I'm not gonna be using it every day. and there's Walmart deliveries. Everything is delivered from food to groceries to medicine, and everything's done, almost everything, video chats as well, like appointments and stuff like that. I don't need a vehicle because a vehicle is a full commitment. People think it's easy, but it's not. But I know some people do need vehicles, and that's, 1000%. But I was very blessed that I do not need a vehicle. It's more of a luxury than anything. And my family is like, Debbie, you need a vehicle. So I got a vehicle. And if I'm gonna get a vehicle, I'm gonna get a cute one. So I got the Nissan. She's super cute. Low miles. I think it came out total like 27,000, but it didn't payments. So I'm only paying $426 a month. And I'm always gonna be paying that. I'm not trying to lose my car. And it's for 4 years of payments. I think 3 or 4. I don't even know. I'm gonna finish paying it on 2027. So the first. I don't even know. I need to check again. Anyways, I also wanted it to build my credit because I'm always trying to improve my credit score. So my credit score. I think my credit score is my biggest flex. I have always been on top of that, and I did it all by myself because I was told, I don't know, I was just watching a lot of videos on how to be independent and stuff like that, and a lot of them were saying credit scores for applying for a car, applying for a house, or even getting a loan for emergencies and stuff like that. The credit score is very relevant for that. By the way, the credit score does not define you, but it does help you, especially on interest and stuff like that. And as soon as I turned 18, I got my first credit card, and then I was just building it up from there. I do have a couple credit cards maxed out, and I'm trying to pay them off. But everything was just pretty good. I mean, my credit score is not 700; it's in the upper 6. But I'm acting happy because it was a lot worse than that. It was in the 5s, and now it's in the 6. So I'm really happy. Every point counts, y'all. Anyways, yeah, so I'm trying to be responsible with the vehicle. The thing is, I don't really use my boyfriend does, but he needs it more than I do, right? Because he uses it for Amazon, and I have no problem with him using my vehicle. He puts gas in it, and he helps me when I need help, so it's all good. The thing is, every time I take it, they always find something. I took it I took it to the Nissan dealership, and they have a little small place, and I like taking it there because I believe you get what you pay for, and I'd rather pay good price on something and make sure that my car is getting really well treated. So that place, supposedly they say that they use 100%, they use brand new parts, they use parts that are specific for your vehicle, and yeah, they will take care of your vehicle, right? So I did. I took it the first time. I paid almost $2,000 to get a lot of things fixed because drive time effed me up. I know. I can already hear a lot of people saying you're so dumb, you should have never. I know, girl. Okay. They made it very easy to get approved, and I got approved. And I mean, anybody can get approved with drive time, to be honest. And my mom was like, you should have got your warranty, and I'm like, I even paid for warranty, but the thing is, y'all know how these companies are. They make things very complicated. And yes, back then, and still now, sometimes it's just worth to pay a couple $100 or $1,000, and then to deal with a lot of problems and contracts and stuff like that. I know that doesn't sound right, but for me, I'm okay with that, and that's exactly what it did. That's why my credit card is maxed out, because I was using it any Central. I take it, and I'm not expecting to, anyways. Well, the car was running really, really good and stuff like that. My tire popped, and I had to go again, and the sensor, I took it to my dad. He fixed it, and I got a really good discount because he's a mechanic. But by accident, he broke the sensor, and I was like, it's fine. But he looked very stressed out, and I was like, it's fine. But then he told me, those are really expensive, and I was like, it's fine. I took it to Nissan. I paid almost $500 for a sensor. And my idiotness paid for it, because I'm like, it's my baby car. I need to take care of it, right? So I paid for it. It's okay. Moving forward, literally 2 weeks later on, the car started telling me tire is low, and I'm like, okay, let me just go put air on it, and se quitó. And then it came back on 5 minutes later on. My boyfriend would tell me, and it was to the point that we were using the vehicle would say that the one of the tires needs air, but they all were full in air. They were all full, right? And I'm like, oh my god. They probably gave me a faulty sensor. Girl, I was like, oh my God. And then I was trying to find the email, like, because they send you the receipt and all the information, right? When you get your car, stuff like that. And here's the next one. And I was trying to find some warranty. I was like, is this covered? Like, if they give me a faulty, because I know sometimes some parts come out faulty. 1000%. It's normal, right? It's rare, but it happens. It happens. Well, it's not rare, it's uncommon. And I couldn't find it. And then I found the part and it says warranty in it. But I was reading the final print and it was basically saying that it's not up to the dealership, it's up to the company of the parts. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I paid $500, girl. Like, I would expect some sort of coverage, like 60, 90 days, but that's not how it works because the world is so complicated. So, I took it to Nissan, made appointments, and it was time to get its oil change and all that stuff. So, it got that done, and then they have like a free like inspection, like it's called multi-point inspection, whatever you want to call it. They checked the entire vehicle, right? And then it turns out when I got there, I placed an appointment at the wrong thing because making appointments on the website is so complicated. They have so many different websites. Every location has its own website and I don't know what to do. So I was like, okay, I made an appointment because I've done it before. I pulled up and the guy's like, what's your name? And I was like, David. And he's like, what you came here for? And I was like, oh, it's because I came a while back. And like, well, one thing the car does need is oil change, right? But also like the sensor is giving me problems and I don't know if the tires all have air. So I'm wondering if like the sensor is bad or something because I know what happens. He got mad, he got bothered. He told me, well, first you're not supposed to be here. You need to go in the back. And I was like, okay. In my head, I'm like, this is my third time being here and I'm always over here. I never get sat down to the back. And he's like the fleet, something like that. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna argue. So I was like, okay. So I went, I got off and the guy was telling me like, what are you here for? And he's like, well, I'm here for an oil change and get my car maintained. And also like, I have a little problem with my thing. He was looking at me all weird and he's like, you're not supposed to be, you're supposed to be in the front. And I was like, well, the guy told me to come over here. And he's like, that's weird, what's your name? And he looked up my thing and he's like, yeah, no way, he's sending you, you're supposed to be in the front. And I'm like, oh my God, like this guy. And I'm like, okay, maybe, I don't know. So off the bat, he had an attitude. Oh my God, I'm already good. I forgot about it, but just thinking about it triggered me a little bit. And yeah, so I went to the front again and this guy was hiding from me. It's like he knew what he did. And I was like, it's like I get it, girl, but just pull up. Like, oh my God, like you have a job, you have a job, just set my appointments, put in the thing. Usually I say my name, you get information on the vehicle, I go inside and wait, y'all tell me what's wrong with it, I pay you, and then y'all fix it, and then I get out. It's that simple. But no, it's their way. And I was already having a bad day. And I'm a kind of person, I think I just keep pulling through. I'm like, it's okay. Namaste. Shit happens. It's okay. Like, and I literally, okay, so this other guy came in, I think he was a manager, and I'm like, y'all, like, what is going on? Like, I'm not being a Karen, I'm not yelling, I'm not being, I know I'm gay, I'm expressive, like, the hell, but like, yeah, and he kept giving me a dirty looks, and I'm like, bruh, like, I didn't say like that, but I'm like, I'm just trying to get my car maintained, I don't know why I sent him to the front, they told me to come over here, and then he called you, in my head I'm saying that, but he told me like the same thing, like, what you here for, this and that, and I'm like, this and that, and then he just walked away. And I'm like, and then he told me like, and then he came back and he was telling me like about the brakes, because this other thing too. So I take it, the second time I took it, my car is making a high pitched sound when I press the brakes, and usually that means the brake needs to be done. And I told the guy, hey, a while back I told the guy to check on that as well. And they told me like the brakes are fine, but I'm like, why is this making a high pitched sound? And he's like, he doesn't know. And I'm like, okay. So I kept using it. Months later on, I'm already here. I'm not, the problem is still there, but it's a lot worse now. And it's a lot higher when like the high pitched sounds, it's like chalk, right? It's like when I press the brakes, it's louder. And he told me like, well, your apartment is not for that. You need to like pay an extra 200 something to get it inspected. I'm like, I thought I'm already paying for an inspection, and then I have a package that's free for the form. What's the point? He's like, no, that's different. Like, that's just to get your brakes checked. But if you want to get your brakes fully inspected, he literally said it like that, and I was like, are you for real? Like, how much money do you want to take out of me? Like. And I at that point I was like, I was making a face, and I was trying not to, but I made a, My boyfriend texted me. He's on his break. I made a face and he got mad. Se molestó. And I was like, bruh, like, I thought I paid to get my car inspected, okay? Inspected. I'm already paying. Oh my God, I'm yelling. I'm already paying to get it inspected. You want me to pay more to get it inspected? I'm like, make it make sense, bruh. And then he told me I was in the wrong lane, that I'm supposed to be the express one, and I'm like, this is my third time here, and I'm usually always, it's like he kept making excuses on one, trying to make me look dumb, and I get it, I'm dumb, but like, there was things that I knew, because again, I was like, he told me to go to the next lane, I'm like, I'm always usually here. And I just get y'all information, I always go inside. And he's like, well, yeah, no, you need to go, and I'm like, okay, do I go right now? He's like, no, you can stay there. And I'm like, so why are you telling me? Oh my god, I'm so sorry, y'all. This is why I'm like not doing okay, because this world is really trying to beat me down. I'm trying so hard to stay positive, and there's things happen all the time, right? There's problems every time, there's stuff, but it's like the universe times 10 it to me, and I'm like, I'm all messed up, girl, and I'm still smiling, and you're making it harder, girl. Like, why are you testing me? Anyways, and then like literally he went away. My boyfriend just looked at me. He looked so like, what is going on? I'm like, I know. Like, we never have any problems except when he came over here, and the other guy kept hiding, right? But he kept like looking at the vehicle where my boyfriend and I were at, and like nodding his head and like laughing. I'm like, if you're gonna be acting like that at your big age, do it in front of us, girl. At your big age, you're acting like that. I'm young, I'm immature, okay? But at your big age, you're supposed to be the example, idiot. Wow, am I gonna post this video? I'm gonna post it, I don't care. But yeah, it's just so crazy. And then he literally said, it didn't really bother me, but thinking about it now, I'm like, he literally said, does anybody want to take care of that? I'm like, I'm literally like, I don't know. I think, honestly, what I think is he got bothered that I came at him and telling him like making it seem like I feel like I'm getting scammed, basically. And then I looked at the reviews too, because I looked at the reviews, and the same guy, a lot of people are saying they're like getting mistreated, or they paid to get the car fixed, and then it comes back with the problems again. So it's like, I'm not really being nasty, and I'm a very rational, nice, patient person. I really do think so, to be honest. I'm very blunt too. Like, I'm gonna say it how it is, because that's how my grandpa raised me, to be blunt, period. And oh my god, I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. I just like, and then the kind lady, which she also had an attitude, but I was like, whatever. I mean, at least you're not that ugly like they are. At least you can take care of us, because she basically said, okay, she got the information and she just told us to go inside. And I'm like, literally, that's usually how it always is. Like, it's like anyways. So I went inside and they fixed the car. And I had to pay. She told me like the sensor is fine. I was like, okay, that's good. So why am I seeing that? She's like, well, one of your tires is cracked. And I'm like, that's weird, because we just got it like done. Anyways, so I ended up paying like almost 400, well, 300 like 50 something to get both tires fixed, which is not a bad deal, right? They were brand new from what I saw, and it fixed the problem. And then it needed something else, which is like alignment for trucks, something like that. I have a thing on my phone, it's whatever. And it came out like 120, so I paid that as well. And that was my last package, because it's only for 3 times. Like, you pay like 159 for an oil change, tire rotation, and something else. For 3 times, like 159, you can use it 3 times. And I already maxed it out, right? Because that was my 3rd visit. So next time I go, and she also told me the brakes, it's at 5, something like that. But like once it hits 3, that's when it needs to get done. And I'm like, okay. So next time I go, and the brakes were going to be, and I was gonna pay $1,000, but I put decline on the brakes. I'm like, we can still push through. And she told me like, you can still keep using the brakes. Just at some point, at some point later on, you need to come in to get that done. But there's still like, it's at 5, you can push it at 3. Because at 3, that's when you really got to change it. I'm like, okay. So next time that I go, I know I need to pay that package again, which is $159, plus the brakes, which is $350 to get both of the front brakes, I think so that's what it said, to get everything replaced. So that's already like $500. And then I just know they're gonna tell me something else in the vehicle that needs to get done. Now, I know that wear and tear is a thing, and I know that I need to get my vehicle, you know, fixed on. And if I'm on a contract with this shitty company, it's my fault. They're not that shitty, but like compared to other things I could have, my credit score was not that bad. I mean, and I had people, I did have some family members that were offering for me to use their credit, which I was beyond blessed to do, to qualify for a car on the actual dealership. But I kept saying no because I know my family. I know how it works. Anyways, so I know the car always needs to be maintained, but I'm just like, it's expensive. Okay, like it's so, and then my boyfriend's job is like a 40-minute drive. But it's okay though, because again, he does help me with some things, right? And it's fair. It's very fair. And he's my boyfriend. I love him so much. We all love Israel. He's not a bad person. And again, like, yeah, and there's something else I want to tell you about something about that, but like we're not gonna get too much into that because like I told myself I was not gonna tell y'all. But we got the car and the problem is already fixed. So I don't feel like I didn't got scammed, because a little bit of me is like, I'm paying big bucks here. You know, I'm not trying to get scammed, right? And it's funny because in the wedding room, they have this big sign saying like, we offer 100% satisfaction. We will never, stuff like that. Like, we'll never do you dirty. We'll make sure we take care of your vehicle. I'm like, doesn't seem like it. And it's funny because in the wedding room, there's people there too that were talking shit. So yeah, we did one little, took me, that looks really cute. Look at that. When I'm mad, I do some really, really cute stuff. Oh, it looks so pretty. Okay, next step. Yeah, it's just like, and I didn't got scammed. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I'm still gonna be taking it because I know I'm getting good quality stuff. I don't know how to check if they did my oil change, but I believe them. The tires are new, that look new, the problem is not there anymore. I'm pretty sure when I get the brakes done, the high-pitched sound is gonna go away, and that's been stressing me out every single time I drive it because I make small things into a bigger problem. That's just the way I am. And I'm trying to find what it goes. Okay, we're gonna do this one next. It's this movie tradescantia. It was outside, and I'm gonna repot it in a plastic planter because it's drying out too fast, and I don't think it likes that because it's in terracotta, so we're gonna put it in plastic. Anyways, yeah, and I'm just like, I don't want a cut. Like I already have it anymore though. I gotta suck it up. But it's just like, damn, and I got it since there's so many miles stacking up on it basically. Because I do use it for planned shopping, right? And our Walmart, like that's the closest, the place that HEB is even a little bit farther. When we move locations, we really want to get closer to his job, and we really want to get closer to HEBs and Walmarts and stuff like that, right? Like restaurants. And we do found like a nice neighborhood that there's always homes popping up for rent, and it's super close to the job and it's super close to those houses, those restaurants and stores. Over here, it's far, so obviously the miles stack up. And again, I know there's people out there that have it worse, but para me, it's like, that's just my, my part of the pot, girl. Okay, you can complain if you want to in the comment section. I don't know why. But it's just so crazy. Like, oh my god, hold on. Everything is ridiculous right now, and I know we're all feeling it, we're all seeing it, we're all, being affected by it. Like, you go to Walmart, which is known to be the cheapest place, right? You go and like, you always live spending like $100. You look at the receipt and like, how? I only got like 5 or like 6 things, and it came out like it's just so crazy, which is why now I'm doing Walmart delivery, because I noticed prices are a little bit different than the store. And then when I go to the store, I always put extra stuff in my cart because the stores are designed like that, right? So I noticed that like it's cheaper for us, and it's a lot more money smarter to do Walmart deliveries because you can see exactly how much you're spending. And then there's also sales that you see in the thing too, which you won't really see in the stores. And I'm saving miles in my vehicle, which does stack up. Cause like literally we're taking it every 3 to 4 months or like every 3 months. Oh my God. It's just so rough, y'all. And then like the rent, like I was telling my mom, like, cause a lot of my family members are like, why don't you buy a house, David? I'm like, I'm just 23, give me a break. Like, like be for real. Like, have y'all not seen, like, the houses right now. Like, do you not see the prices? Like, I was looking at the some houses 5 years ago. They doubled in price. They doubled in price. There's new homes, right, like LGI and stuff like that, like new construction homes that are affordable, but like there's so many starts of those houses being built so fast and so cheap with material that there's always problems happening, or like you feel like you're gonna shoot your own foot, like. And I'm like, I'm scared, like and then the old homes, they're usually like nicer, like because they have like bigger yards and a little bit cheaper and stuff like that, but the houses are a little bit like wear and tear. Every house needs maintenance, just some more than others. And oh my god, it's just like, it's either get an old house and like pay so much money to repair it and have all these problems like plumbing and electrical and like getting things up to date, or getting a new build that's a little bit cheaper, a little bit affordable, which is not even affordable, that's new built but is cheaply made or rushly made, that you're gonna be having problems in a couple years again. So it's just like, oh my god, it's just so difficult. And I'm trying to tell them that right now rent is the best option, but even that rent is getting even more expensive, and they're just looking at me like I'm crazy. And I'm just like, I'm really tired. I'm just getting a little bit tired. Like y'all think like some of my family like think so outdated, and I'm like, y'all need an update. Like y'all need to like, y'all are all on Facebook for that long. Like you do a little bit of news searching and stuff like that. Like, come on, girl. It's just so crazy right now. Like, it's just so difficult. And some people, okay, because somebody told me like, why do you complain so much about money and you go plan shopping all the time? Okay, I go plan shopping, one, because like I get paid to go plan shopping, right? When I film the videos, I get money out of that. And then number two, I would go regardless of filming a video or not. I just love going to Lowe's or Home Depot and seeing what kind of plants is out there, and it's my therapy. Like, it's kind of hard to explain, but the ones that get it. Like, it's very relaxing. Excuse me. It's very relaxing and therapeutic going to look at some plants in a nursery setting. Like, there's just so many plants to look at, and everything usually looks really, really good. And then the rush of dopamine that gets released in your body when you see a new plant, that bubbly feeling, the warmth that I feel, like, in a positive way. Like, I'm saying that because like it's really hot in Texas, but you really feel like that spark inside of you, like when you find an uncommon plant, or when you find a new plant that you don't usually see a lot. It's just so, and sometimes you need that. Like, sometimes you need those couple minutes of like distressing and getting that really good feeling inside of you, because like it's such stressful times. So like that's why I do it. And I film it because, one, a lot of you guys get the same feeling just like me, and a lot of you guys also, I know, don't want to see what's out there, because not every state's kind of different. My mom just texted me the poster. It wasn't the floor. Oh my god. Okay. Same thing, but it's plastic, so it should stay. I'm also gonna leave it inside. It's way too hot. I'm putting a lot of my plants inside right now because it's way too hot outside. I'm really sorry, y'all. I hope I didn't come out too aggressive. So I just needed to rant. Filming is very therapeutic for me, and because I get a lot of things out. And sometimes, and you get the privilege, like it's either the phone or a person, at least. Oh my gosh, just or a person which you're gonna be which you're gonna be regretting. Like, you're gonna be like, why did I say that? And if I do it in a video, if I say something really, really bad, or something that I regret saying, at least I can edit it out. But yeah, and also like I do love watching this kind of videos with other creators, not even just plant creators, just like mukbangs or like vlogs, or like just people doing stuff and they talk about like their own life. It's very like comforting that like somebody else is going through the same thing that I'm going, kind of, right? And that's why I try these videos, because I hope I have that effect on some other people as well. Yeah. Okay, so these are both two tradescantia nanuks, which don't look the best, but there is some new leaves coming in and it's starting to pop up, and I do have a little propagation over here. So I'm gonna put this one in here. Basically, I'm gonna dismember both of them and then put them together on a plastic pot, because some plants are drying out way too fast. And I know that fall is coming up, but in Texas, it doesn't get cold until like next year. We don't get, there's so many times when I remember, there's so many years when I remember me wearing shorts in Christmas because it was hot. And if I wear pants, I was gonna sweat on my legs. So Texas is something else, y'all. But I know it's hot in other places too in the world. Okay, we're gonna. What is that, girl? Ew. What is that? It's like something there. I don't even know. And why am I putting it right there? Okay. So, yes, you guys. I don't know. I do like miss you guys a lot, and I miss posting daily because seeing y'all's comments, it was just like y'all are there with me, right? And then I'm posting every other day what I'm trying to. It's kind of like not like, you know, like chatting with a friend daily. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, but I'm trying to take like a little bit of a mental break, and because things are getting a lot more tougher than usual, and I cannot always be in the camera talking. Sometimes I just need to like stay at home and be with my plants and just shut down to like, it's like a restart, right? Like I need to recharge my batteries. And posting daily was really fun. I actually did enjoy it a lot. I was doing it for, well, I will have my breaks, right? Like not posting for a couple of days and then posting daily again and like a pattern. But now I'm gonna be posting every other day, and also like I'm running out of ideas like what to like film, like, you know. And my big box, Costa Farm is releasing so many new plants, and even literally today they posted they have 2 plants they released, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I don't even like Costa Farm that much because of some stuff that has happened back then, but I do want to give them credit on like them selling affordable plants everywhere and releasing uncommon plants that will be extremely expensive, but they're making it like pretty cheap, right? And that's something that I'm pretty grateful about them. But also like there's other companies like that are better than Costa, like Urban Jungle is like awesome. Life Trend's a little bit expensive, but they're beautiful as well. They're more like decor and stuff like that, like gifts, because those things are a little expensive, but they look a lot more nicer, like a lot more nicer put together. But yeah, so that's on that. And I forgot my train of sometimes when I lose my train of thought, I feel like my train just crashed because I just forgot like what happened. But here it is again, same thing. Yeah, but just together. And I kind of want to chop it and put the cuttings. I think I might just do that right now. I need to get my scissors. I want to make it more bushy. Like it's funny because like the nanuk tradescantia was from Costa Farm. Like that's where I got it from, and I would always see it from the trending tropicals. And I don't see it that often. I know their stuff is like seasonal, like what grows better in their greenhouses, but yeah, I don't really see it anymore. And I would see it so many times. They would look really nice, but now I don't see one. It's such a pretty tradescantia. I love the pink. It's beautiful, and it is pretty to like look after. So it is a nice looking plant. I'm gonna make sure all my plants have saucers, but I'm gonna make sure that saucer has water, like half an inch of water all the time to like help it propagate, because it stays the soil moist. And when you're propagating stuff like that, you don't want the soil to dry out because it would mess up the delicate roots that the plant was trying to produce. Alrighty, we have another one, and I actually do have, let me show you. So my variegated Waffen Sansevieria is doing something funny. I don't know what is her problem, but she's doing something crazy. This is my variegated Waffen Sansevieria, and look at that. I just saw the pot lifting and I was like, what is going on? And look, so I'm gonna separate it and I'm gonna give it its own little planter. The thing is, I'm scared because of that. I think it's trying to produce another snake plant, because that's how snake plants, you guys can see everything. Just, I hate it when there's dirt on my thighs. That's too close to me. So this is like its root system. You can kind of see where I chopped it, see? And sometimes they will put these like side shoots. Now it's such a strong one that it's literally like, I wonder if I do it like this, it might help it, but damn, I don't know what to do with it, honestly. If I put it in here, it's probably gonna do the same thing. See? I was gonna put it in here, but that wants to develop into, I think it's gonna develop into a snake plant. That's what it does, it develops side shoots. Damn. I was gonna put it, You know, I wonder if I'm wondering if I can put it in here. That's way too crazy though. Should we? I did have another big planter to put it on, but I don't know. I kind of want to put it in this planter to make it look cute, but I think it's gonna go up again. It's like it wants to like, it's either really thick roots or it's a plant that's trying to develop. And I do see some points coming out. I'm guessing those are the roots of that little wildflower that wants to do its thing. I think I'm just gonna put it, and I was gonna put it in this one, which I'm gonna show you right now. But my thighs hurt so bad. This one. It has that same weird thing, like it has a hole, but it has a saucer glued on it, so you gotta like do this. And it's a snake plant, which they don't really want to stay moist for a long period of time, but a lot of my snake plants are drying out. I rarely ever water them. I just rarely ever do. Talking about snake plants, a lot of my snake plants are getting mealybugs, you guys. Like, I don't know what it is, but these mealybugs are falling in love with my snake plants. I'm like, out of all the other plants that I have, they're going crazy with my snake plants. Like, the amount of, I just can't say enough. Like, there's so many. Okay, I'm gonna do this because, like, I'm so scared, you guys. Okay, that's good. Okay. Woo! You guys cannot even see. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on the edge and I'm gonna let it do its thing. I'm actually gonna tilt it. Yeah. And then I'm gonna put the other one next to it. And let's see what happens. Honestly, I'm gonna put soil in here, it's very tight. But yeah, I have almost all of my snake plants, like 90% of them have mealies. And I am treating them. The problem is starting to solve itself, right? But damn, I was just so surprised. I was like, they're not in my pothos, barely any of my pothos or anything like that. They're just on my snake plants. And I don't know why. I don't know if my snake plants are releasing an odor that's attracting them. It could be that. Okay. I'm gonna keep. I'm really curious how this is gonna turn out. Like, and I have another snake plant which was also getting mealybugs. It's not that bad because it was outside, but it was becoming into a problem. Okay. Here it is. Doesn't look that cute. Well, on this side it does, but if you look at it like this, it looks kind of weird. It's like, what is going on? But I'm gonna see if it's gonna go. That's really heavy. I'm gonna see if it's gonna go up. Okay, I have another snake plant I want to repot, and I think I have an idea how I'm gonna do it. So, same kind of planter that I have, because I have them. I got them for sale. I don't even. Did I go them for sale? I don't even know. I got them at Walmart when they were on sale. I got them at Walmart, and they were cute. They were probably on sale because I would never buy that. But they were cute, and I was like, I'm just gonna get them. They're kind of cute. So here's my. Oh my god, I keep burping. Here's my snake plant. It was struggling really bad. A lot of the roots were like becoming very weak. I placed it outside, and now it's looking a lot better. It's such a beautiful snake plant. The thing is, I don't like where it's at, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it, and the same thing over here. I have a little bit of soil left, and I kind of want to use it before I pour this nasty soil in there, which I don't know. That soil looks really, really bad. Like, it looks kind of old. And when I say that, it looks kind of used up. Like, it doesn't have any like organic matter. So we're gonna put this Burgundy string of hearts that they sent, and this cute little thing they also sent in the unboxing. Super duper adorable. Oh my god. It's funny because I have actually some containers with some Burgundy string of hearts propagations. Oh my god. It's kind of hard to make it stand up. You guys can barely see. I'm sorry. This is actually a good container with this little Burgundy string of hearts. And I'm just gonna put it on top and let it do its thing. Sorry. Just sometimes these the vines, they get very like tangled up and they want to be with everything. It's just like, why? Just trying to put some soil on the sides. Oh my god. It's super beautiful though. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It looks funky, but that's what makes it look cute. So I might hang it somewhere. Not outside though. I have another Burgundy string of hearts, like the mother plants for my cuttings. Ah! So it went to my eyes. And it was outside, but oh my god. It was just drying out so bad. Like so bad. And it was getting really annoying. So now it's inside because like I just can't with it anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna actually pot up these Burgundy string of hearts because I have a little bit of soil left, and again I don't want to mix it up with the snake plant in here. Does that ever happen to you? Possibly not, because you guys are a lot better than me. I hate it when soil gets into my eye and it just starts to burn. Alrighty, so these are some cuttings that we did a while back. Did we do it together? I don't even know. And they're already starting to put out little babies, like leaves. You can kind of see the little small leaves. And it's ready. I also placed a Silver Hero Scandapsis, and it already has a nice cute little root. Ugh, my nose is itchy. And we're gonna put it in this small little planter. Isn't this so cute? Ah, are you kidding? I'm gonna put it right there. That's adorable. Super duper cute. Super cute, y'all. Okay. I'm actually selling some of my plants in Facebook Marketplace. I sold one. I sold my Burgundy Scandapsis, and I have another Burgundy Scandapsis, but I'm still not ready to let that one go. But here's this one, Silver Hero. Actually, I bought the mother plant from Facebook Marketplace. I think I paid like 45 or 35 on a small little plant, and it was just 2 or 3 leaves. But I was like, it's such a rare Scandapsis, and I'm like, oh my god. And then here I have a little baby. Once it puts out a new leaf, I'll probably sell it. And then I also have some wet sticks of the variegated, oh my god, Silver Hero Scandapsis. But those haven't developed any roots yet. But the ones that have is the variegated string of hearts. And they're gonna be placed in these little cute planters. I kinda want you guys to see. So what we're gonna do is this. Oof. Whoa. I can see right, very little. Okay, what can we talk about? Because that Nissan thing really did drain me a little bit. Look at that. You guys can barely see it, but it's super cute. I'm just gonna lay it on top and mist it. Well, not mist it, but make sure the top is kind of moist. I hope this works, because like usually I let this sit there for a little bit longer, and then it starts to get stuck in the sphagnum moss, and it makes it difficult to pull it out. So usually I just place the entire sphagnum moss in the planter, but right now I'm doing it a little bit early than usual because I want to see if I can do it like this. I think you can, but I don't know. I'm actually really scared it's gonna like shrivel up and like die, the little cuttings. The way that I chop them up is the butterfly method, which is basically like every string of hearts, any kind, has a pair of leaves. And on the vine, you chop the vine and then you chop them up into like little butterflies, basically, with their pair of leaves. And yeah, so here it is. So people actually just do it like this and they just keep it moist at the top. But I've seen a lot of people saying that it doesn't work. To each their own. And then it's sphagnum moss, but I'm doing it way too early than what I usually do. I'm hoping it's gonna work. I need some soil. Trying to think like how can I keep it moist at the top. I can maybe put like a plastic wrap on top. I think I have some. I think I might do that. I'm really scared. I want it to work. So I'm gonna put in a saucer, make sure it has water so I can get nice and moist, and then I'll put a plastic top arriba because the humidity is key. You want to make sure that it's moist to help the roots happen. I think so. I think humidity is key with propagations. Oh, la niña de mis ojos. Okay. I'm not sure what time it is. Actually, I think it was 3 because my boyfriend texted me, so. Walmart delivery comes a las 4, las 5. I'm making some beans right now, which I probably have to check in a bit. And I'm also doing laundry. You guys can hear the dryer. But that's what I'm doing right now. And I was like, I'm actually in a good mood to do a video and do some planters together. Like I said in the beginning, like I was kind of debating on doing it by myself, but I was like, I do need a video right now. And I do feel pretty good right now, so I can do a video. Well, sometimes I feel like I share too much. But if, I don't know, I can't really like be kind of scripted. I can't really fake it. Or like, yeah, like I can't be really scripted. I just can't. I open my mouth somehow. And I'm happy that you guys don't hate me for that. Even though sometimes I do say things that are kind of debatable, like, what? Like, what did you say? Okay, almost done. I think I might do the little plastic thing. These are empty now. I have before reused sphagnum moss, but sometimes when I do that, it causes, I don't know, it doesn't work out. Like it starts to develop mold or something like that at the very top. And I've done research and supposedly, I don't know. But here it is. They're super duper tiny, y'all. I do have another container. Oh my god, this video is super long now. You can kind of see the wet sticks from the silver here on. You can kind of see a little tiny root developing. I'm trying to find a better one. Here's another one. If you don't know what wet sticks are, it's basically like the piece of the stem that has a node and it has no leaves. That is called a wet stick. And it was pretty popular back then when people were getting a lot into like the house plants and plants that were very uncommon, expensive. The wet sticks will usually be a lot cheaper than an established plant. So that was pretty big back then. Okay, so we have another succulent arrangement I can make, and I do have a lot of other things that I want to repot. I was gonna repot some silver heroes that I have and actually pot them up already in soil. But I think, and I was gonna let them root, but I was gonna put them together. But thinking about it now, I might just do what I was planning on doing, which is letting them develop into actual plants, because they already have some roots in them from sphagnum moss that I did, which is over here, and these have actually developed. You can see that white, thick, fuzzy root. This is ready to be placed in soil. But yeah, I'm gonna save those babies and sell them as well. I'm trying to sell some plants as well because I noticed that there's still a pretty demand, especially here in San Antonio. People wanting to buy uncommon plants for their collections. And I have a lot of plants and I love propagating. I was like, why not make a little bit of extra cash? Because I still buy plants and I want to make these plants, you know, do something for me. I also do have some Pothos that I'm rooting. And yeah. And I actually have another set over here that's still in water. This is Pothos, isn't it beautiful? With a lush thing. I love lush. Oh my god, look at those leaves! So these have not been placed in soil like the other ones. And like I said, I'm gonna leave the silver stripe and the Jessena Pothos doing their thing in the small little planters and selling them when they establish into a nice plant. But this I'm gonna put into its own planter and it's gonna be from me. Because when I have another mother plant, right? The mother plant, I think you can still see it. It's this one over here. I chopped, it was a nice long, where it was back then, a nice bushy long plant. And I chopped it up because it was getting kind of like leggy. I was losing a lot of leaves. I noticed that the Pothos likes to stay moist. It does not, repeat, do not like to dry out. Maybe it has a really invasive or it's very root bound. That's probably why I was drying out, but I would water it and then it would get thirsty really fast. So I chopped it up like crazy. I can show it to you. Actually, I don't think it's wet because I just water a lot of plants, but I think it's pretty dry. Here it is, look at that. But you can see all of those new leaves coming in. That's what I was talking about, like when a plant gets leggy, you just want to fix it up. Just chop it and give it a nice good grow lights. I haven't fertilized it yet, but I will pretty soon to help it. and to fix itself, to get bushy again, because like it was not looking so cute. So here are some of my just saying up Pothos cuttings, and they actually have a pretty nice roots. Some people usually would leave it a little bit longer, but I'm gonna do it regardless, because like, why not? And I'm gonna use this little 6-inch plastic planter. I think that's basically, I do have a lot of other plants I want to repot, but I'm gonna just do that by myself since I decided to leave the other ones that I was gonna do. Like I broke something. Since I decided to leave them like that and like let them do their thing, we're going to have a little bit to repot, which is the succulent arrangement and these, but I think I'm going to leave these a little bit longer just in case I mess these up. The Burgundy string of hearts, in case I mess these up, I did it too early, then I have another backup which will develop into more roots and would help a lot. But yeah, just a succulent arrangement, that's basically it. So we're going to do this Gisena, or just it's Jessica or Gisena, I think it's called Gisena. Pothos and the 6-inch planter and call it a day. I also have the silver shepherd, I'm gonna do that off camera as well. Just put some soil. Usually for like a succulent arrangement, succulent potty mix, they would usually put sand. I don't really see sand, I just see perlite and a nice potting soil. Yeah, it just says 25% perlite and 75% substrate with low fertilizer, which is fine because I can fertilize my own. I can just use my own fertilizer. Is that gonna work? Ooh. I wanna do it like that, but I don't think it's gonna let me. You guys cannot even see. So I'm trying to do it like this, but I think I might just need to do it one by one. No, I can just do it like that. I use some soil. Oh, and the snake plants as well, which I don't know if I want to repot it. I feel like I want to put it in a smaller planter. I feel like it's too big in that thing. And at the beginning, like I said, I would barely water that thing. And it was like in the dark corner because it was snake plants, and that's why I do my snake plants. And it was getting root rot. So I panicked, and then when a plant gets root rot for me, what I like to usually do, I just place it outside and it will just dry out pretty fast, which is what you want to do when you find out a plant has root rot. And then I make sure it's getting a lot of natural, bright, and direct light. That was the reason I'm using natural. It's getting a lot of bright and direct light to help it to develop better roots and to like fix itself to not die. And that's how I save a plant that has root rot. Works sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it's just too late. I know some people like to like remove the potting mix and inspect the roots and chop up the damaged roots that have rotted, and then they pour hydrogen peroxide and stuff like that and disinfect it. I'm not doing all that. Usually for me, I would just, if you do, that's perfectly fine. But for me, I just do it the lazy way, and I put it outside and it works and it doesn't. This time it worked. I saved the snake plants. But I actually want to place it in a smaller, I think I might split them up and put them in these 6-inch terracotta pots. I love seeing snake plants and smaller planters. It's funny because I did with the well fences area, but yeah, so I was gonna put it in this, but I feel like it's gonna develop into something like another well fences area. But I like putting them in small planters, also because like that's how they push out pups. They put out baby snake plants of the same kind of snake plants, because that's how you propagate snake plants. You don't want to just chop a leaf and then put it in water, or just chop a leaf and propagate it however you want to propagate it, because it will not develop into the mother plants. It will revert back to its original. And that's what you want, and that's what you do. But if you don't want that, put it in a smaller planter and it will develop side shoots. Just like with the Chinese money plant, when the pot gets too tight, it will put out, the roots will poke out and it will turn into a plant. So that's from what I learned and what I heard and what I've seen in my own collection. So that's my little advice on that. Oh. Okay, I think we're almost done with this little bag. I love how light these feel. I hate when plants get way too heavy. Look at that. This is such a pretty, the leaves look so good. So I'll give you guys updates on everything. Right now I'm gonna put all the plants that we just finished repotting. Gonna put them in the tub, top water them, and then put them back where they're gonna be placed at. And repot other plants that I'm gonna finish as well. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you joining me onto this new planting video. If you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up to let me know. Let me know your thoughts on the stuff that I talked about. But be nice. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!